Audience, I tend to be a little bit harsh towards Steve Orlando, right? But earlier this week, after seeing a panel or two of his 2990 N, I gotta say this: I think Steve Orlando needs to write patriotic characters. Just think I just think that's that dude's forte, man. Between how he wrote Red Hulk to how he wrote U.S. Agent, so um, yeah, amazing how stuff like that works. So, mhm.
You hear this? You hear this, witch?
Steve
Yeah.
Orlando of all people. I just like that line where U.S. Agent just and along with Captain America 2099, they both strike at Red Hulk's knee and break it, and then of course Red Hulk looks at Walker saying, "Walker, I never pegged you for a traitor. I guess once a pug, always a pug." And then Walker responds saying, "I don't answer to the abyss. I answer to the president." Oh my god.
You're
Just
not the
saying
same guy who wrote Avengers Assemble, right? That people, the comic book,
yeah,
like 2 years
yeah, I know.
ago.
Yeah, I know the one where they decide to turn Captain America into a snake. I was like, oh, God. Okay, yeah, that was harsh. But I'm seeing a spark of a good route with Steve Orlando. I gotta give him something. I don't want to sound like I'm being so harsh on the guy. I just need to see a peak moment with him in his career is what I'm saying, audience.
And I'm sick and tired of seeing all these fucking Spider-Man ads.
No
I
answer
know,
you
man.
getting.
Hmm.
I saw like 3 when I was rereading one of my books.
Oh dang.
And do we need another Civil War? No, we do not need another fucking Civil War.
It's not
Uh,
another Civil War. It's just stories in the original Civil War.
yep.
It better be.
They do that every now and then. I mean, audience, you remember when
It's
they
the
decided
anniversary, like it's didn't they say the 20th anniversary or 25th anniversary or something?
something like that? I mean,
And
they
yet
do
we're
it every
not
now.
gonna get Jack and shit for the 50th anniversary of Alpha Flight, audience. Just
Hmm.
remember that. We're not gonna get Jack and
Yeah.
shit unless I
Don't
bother
worry,
them
you'll
enough.
get one corner of a panel with Colin.
I will get
Gotcha.
one variant cover of
What
Bucky.
what was Alpha Flight doing during Civil War? I wonder.
They were
They're not
doing
Americans.
Canada stuff because this was
Yeah,
not really their fucking problem.
I'm trying to think of tie-in
And
that requires
also they
being
were all
involved
kind of
in
doing
America.
their own thing. They were kind of stuck
No,
in coins for a little bit. Do not worry
no.
about it. North Star was mind controlled for a little bit and was
Mhm,
evil for a little bit, but he's fine
good.
now. He's fine now.
Damn.
mhm,
And
yeah,
Wild Child tried to kill Wolverine, which is not fucking
mhm.
surprising. He killed
Uh,
Sasquatch though.
All I remember was that the wrecking crew decided to go to Canada while to let the heat die down here in America from Civil War, and they're
Dude, they
like,
pulled
"Oh
up to
wow, we're the
Canada
best."
before. They pulled up to
They
Canada
they're
before.
like,
They ain't special. Anyway.
they're like, "Oh my god, this is so easy. This is so easy to be top dog over here in the north."
Yeah, because
well, we don't have
Canada.
one major superhero team. I guess it would be.
Yeah.
They'll be like
Yep.
saying just being like, "Oh my god!" And if I just move out of New York, I gotta get shit done. Like, yeah,
Which is exactly what
stop doing
Shocker.
crime in the city where most niggas are at.
For real.
It's exactly what Shocker did. He decided, let me go to Jersey for a bit. Oh, geez, it's so much different here in Jersey than it is being a criminal in New York. Oh, crap, I'm the
Oh
biggest villain
shit,
in Jersey
man.
now.
Oh shit. It's a high fucking it's
Mhm,
awful job market to be a villain in Marvel's New York. Anyways, let's get
mhm.
started because we got some books.
Gotcha. Okay. Anyway, okay. With that, audience, let's get started. Welcome, Confag Live News and Reviews of the Week, audience. You're here, me, Cryptid Seeker 415. Here with 80% of my power. So move on.
You're not here with me, Bricky Wall. All right, we're already 30 minutes late. You're not here with me.
Yeah. Mhm,
Yeah, I'm Richter, also known as the Witch of Jotunheim, pronouns they, he, and I've not had a great day today.
mhm.
Someone hire me,
Hopefully,
please.
hopefully this will be the highlight. But together, we are the Fanatics here to bring you the news and reviews of the week, audience. And in our special Tuesdays, we bring you the reviews. What do we have for you today? We have some stuff to talk about, like, maybe some nightmares during Christmas or before it. Some Gaston talk and his wacky adventures as a squirrel.
Are both
Then,
of those your books?
Yup.
yeah. Then we have, like, we're also going to go to a different universe with, where apes rule the planet, along with the Fantastic Four crossing over, and maybe some tear-jerking moments tonight with some Briar talk, audience.
Listen. I will get into it later. I deserve this
All right.
cry. I
We get to
deserve
see
this
Witch
cry.
cry live.
You will find out when it gets to my turn.
You will know sadness, audience. You will know it. So anyway, I mean, with that, we also have things like cult socials. So go ahead and go Twitch.
Subscribe because I said so. Follow us on Twitter at Comic Fanatic 69 because I also said so. If you don't, we're gonna turn Austin back into a brick. Okay, you don't want that. You can find me on Twitter at Witch of Jotun with an E instead of a U. Too lazy to change that. You can also find me on TikTok and Instagram at witch_of_Jotunheim. You can also find me on Tumblr, Blue Sky, and Letterbox at Northstar Aria. And you can find me other places too. I'm just too lazy to recite them here. Austin is a brick wall with hot pink blush and bright blue eyes, and Cryptid's just Cryptid.
There you go. Nothing more than that. Nothing less either.
And
Audience.
Jake is dead.
I absorbed his Tylenol for Elf, so that's how I got my
That's
10%. Okay, but anyway, audience, I guess with that, we should probably get started. And god dang, I realized I forgot to put the cover for the first comic we're talking about. But anyway, we're talking about Gaston issue number 2, audience. Probably Greg Pak's greatest work in years, audience. Albeit he is co-writing this book with Fred Von Lonti. But like, hey, let's give Greg Pak some credit, all right? So in case people need to be up to date about what's going on, it's Gaston. He kind of needs to be taught a lesson by an alchemist. So she ends up tricking him into drinking a potion. Well, I mean, I shouldn't say trick him. Like all Gaston was supposed to literally do was drink a cup of her tea. But then, being the macho man that he is, he chugged the whole teapot. So now Gaston is turned into a squirrel. And this is pretty much how this issue starts off. I like how Gaston is like he's like on top of LeFou saying, "Faster, LeFou, faster! These woodland creatures all seem intent on your destruction for some reason." Oh my god! And then LeFou's like, "With all due respect, Gaston, I think they're after you, dude." Oh my god. And this is a golden moment for all the woodland critters, because you would imagine Gaston has a lot of their family relatives hanging in his trophy room. So when word got out that he's now a tiny squirrel, oh, it's open season. It's open Gaston season, audience. So I'm digging it. Oh, Jake, we have a surprise.
I'm here real quick, and I'm leaving. Oh, okay. I just saw. Okay, I was looking at Hot Topics. I was wondering if someone posted it. Okay.
What?
No, I didn't know Godzilla from Japan is coming to America in the sequel.
Whoa!
I didn't know what was happening. I didn't realize Austin posted it, so I just checked. I was like, wait, did he post it? Did someone post this? I was like, oh, so I just saw it. So my bad. But I just saw the Godzilla Minus Zero trailer, and their Godzilla's coming to us.
Thanks for spoiling, because none of us watched it. Get the fuck out.
Well, watch the trailer. That's all I'm saying.
Well,
that's the news.
Hey, we need to let Cryptid talk about fucking
Today
Hey.
isn't
Gaston,
news. It's a
dude.
book.
That's why I
Yeah.
waited for him to be.
Listen,
That's why I waited for him to do his thing. But I just want to say that. Now I'm out of here. Bye.
Okay,
Get
bye.
the
See you next
beep out of
week.
here, Jake.
next
Okay, so anyway, so yeah, LeFou is basically running for his life, of all these predator animals, all the woodland critters, and he's trying to tell Gaston, like, look, you made them live in fear for such a fate, Gaston. It's that fear the alchemist wanted you to learn when she turned you into a squirrel. And I love Gaston's response. His response is, "Oh, well, that was her first mistake. I am already as perfect as I can be. as I am a man.
Well, right now he's a squirrel, so technically he's not.
Yeah. Oh man, I would definitely like to see Gaston try to survive in today's world. It's like, oh my god, dude. I never learned anything. I am Gaston. So
That is
man,
just concerning. You need to know some things to survive
yeah,
in this world.
yeah. Which you will be in charge. He's going to be your Steve Rogers, and it's going to be you're in charge of filling him up today on all the modern things going on.
Yeah, like how to cook your own
Yeah.
food, how to do your dishes, how to clean up after
Mhm.
yourself, and not have
You know,
anyone else do it.
yeah,
Especially if you're straight.
you know what is responsible, right? That's all woman's work. Like,
No,
damn.
he's gonna get stabbed.
No.
I have a bat lift. Do not test my patience.
Gaston. But anyway, so yeah, LaFool is just racing for his life. He even gets chased by a bear of all people, man, of all critters, man. Even the crows and the vultures are all coming after Gaston. Like, good lord, Gaston, how many of these did you make? Did you become a nemesis to every single creature in the forest, dude?
He's
You
a
must have
hunter.
Yeah, you must have caught one of every animal here then, So this all leads to them falling from a tree down on a cliff, and Gaston is like holding onto a branch while the fool is holding on to his tail, and Gaston's like telling him, "Release me, Gaston! You're hurting my tail!" And the fool is like, "But Gaston, I'll fall. You'll fall in some water and you'll like it." Like, damn. Oh, all right. I guess that makes sense. So he lets go, and Gaston just goes slingshotting up in the sky while the fool falls into the river, luckily avoiding the rocks, and now he's at the mercy of all the woodland critters who are there waiting for him on shore. Okay, can I just state, I barely knew that squirrel. I mean, he's more of a casual acquaintance, okay? And I don't like how when Gaston's just rocketing up in the sky, he has his arms crossed saying, "The fool is dead." Oh well. I mean, sidekicks are a dime a dozen. I'm sure I'll be able to get another footstool when I get back to being human. And as
Rude.
he, yep. Gaston. The fool likes that, Austin. Come on, come on. But as he's in the sky, that's when a falcon comes aboard, and he's trying to eat Gaston. And Gaston's like, "Oh my God, no, no, I cannot eat your hand this way." But luckily for him, apparently the alchemist turned him into a flying squirrel, so he was narrowly able to avoid that falcon. He comes into a zoo. One thing leads to another, and that person who originally hired him to go after the alchemist ends up finding Gaston in his state as a squirrel, just laughing at what happened to Gaston, telling him like, "Hey, I warned you that alchemist was going to be tricky, Gaston." But oh well, it's okay. For I have another champion. So where's that picture? Do right here. Oh, we also have a comment. Hey, Tevia's here. Hey, Tevia. Hope you like
Hello.
your. Yep. Hope you like your toxic males to get what they deserve, Tevia. So.
I do.
So the fool's here. Apparently, he got promoted to hunter, right? And as a rich aristocrat says, "Oh, Gaston, yeah. So he's gonna be in charge of going after the alchemist." And while we're at it, you see, Gaston. Every hero needs a pet sidekick. So now, wow, Gaston got demoted to a pet sidekick, audience. Yikes.
That don't mean they'll call him LeFou his pet sidekick, by the way.
Wow. Wow. So Gaston is not happy in this. He definitely isn't. Like, of course, he still tries to pretend like he's in charge. He grabs a small little twig and is like, "Okay, fool, you go this way. You do everything I said, And yeah, I'm still the leader of us, the leader of you. And what happens when the fool goes to the direction Gaston wants him to go? He gets snared in a trap. As the alchemist set up a trap for them, and the issue ends with like the alchemist saying, so no one's escaping this time. So we'll see how this goes, audience. You gotta enjoy the predicament Gaston is in this book, audience, you know? So, gotta laugh at a villain getting what they deserve. So, yeah. You guys have any final thoughts on this before we move on?
No.
Gotcha. All right, then. I guess with that, we'll move on to the next book, audience.
Let's see how fast I can go through this issue, guys. So keep up.
Mhm.
Keep up. Okay.
Mhm.
Anyways, we're talking about Wiccan Witches Road, issue 4 out of 5, because this is a mini series, like every other book I read, apparently.
Mhm.
Anyways, so it starts from before the fall of the throne. You know, Teddy's obviously really upset. You know, after everything. You know,
Oh yeah.
and he's like, so. You know, he's just like, there's so much hate in the universe, like you know, all this other stuff, and he's like. And you know, he was like, "Oh, if something happened to me, if I died, would you even think about fixing it?" And like Billy hesitates because he's like, "What? What the fuck you talking about?" And Teddy's like, "You know what? Never mind. Just go home." And so like he thinks about it. He casts a spell, and then like a little light goes into the universe, and we just see him walking over a bunch of dead bodies. So that's fun. So we cut to now. You remember that little girl from earlier, which I'm not remembering the name of?
You want to flip the next picture then?
No.
Okay.
You have to remember her name. She's the little girl witch.
Yeah, I'm not remembering jack and shit. You are going to have to live with me not remembering names. I'm not good at names, okay? It took me forever just to learn your guys' names. Anyways,
Gotcha.
so she wakes up and Baba Yaga's home, and Baba Yaga pulls up and is like, "Hey, you hungry? Like, I got made you some food." And she's like, "Yo, where am I? Like, where's Billy?" And Baba Yaga's like, "Oh yeah, he abandoned you again. You know, he's making a. It doesn't happen to me, but don't worry. Morgan brought you back safe in town. Like, it's all good." And everything. It basically explains that the demiurge taught her when she was younger, or whatever the fuck she was trying to say to this kid. And so she's like, "Oh, why does my chest hurt so much?" And Baba Yaga's like, "It's because you're mourning. So much has been twisted and taken from you." And she's like, "I don't want to feel like this anymore. I just wanted to stop." And Baba Yaga's like, "I can do that for you, girly. I can do that for you. Do you want that?" She's like, "Yeah, I kind of do. Like, I don't want to feel this pain anymore, you know?" And obviously we see Morgan. We can assume it's Morgan just like in the shadows, like all pissy, you know, just like breaking, like cracking the doll that she has in her hand.
Yeah,
and everything. And so then we cut back to Billy. He's running, doesn't want to deal with these like giants or whatever the fuck. But guess what? Makes it to a cliff and jumps off the cliff. You know, grabs slashes one of them, grabs the broom, gets the gourd tears. You know, like the tears of the giant into the gourd. You know what I'm talking about. And they fly away. They fly away. They try not to hit some trees. Guess what? They hit a tree, and they fall in the water. Oh, hold on. You can go to the next picture. I'm sorry, that's from earlier.
Gotcha, no problem.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
And so basically, Billy hits a tree and falls into the water. Sees some of these giants attack another Roxxon facility, which is not shocking because fuck you, Roxxon.
Mm-hmm.
And so basically Billy like swims over to the facility and is like, "Oh, there's probably like some people there, you know, like we gotta go look after them." And so Billy pulls up into the facility, is walking around, finds a flashlight, and can you go to the next picture, please?
Will do.
Who thought this was gonna be a Marvel zombie book, guys? Oh my god.
Why
Everyone's
not?
favorite. Austin, isn't Marvel Zombies your favorite?
Uh-oh.
No.
Cool. Mine neither. Anyways, so yeah, they realize they're not alone and they gotta fight all these zombies because they've been long dead. And so basically Billy and Teddy have to like hide somewhere so that they're not eaten by zombies. They're not zombies, guys, because they're not fast. They're just zombies, unfortunately. And so basically, you know, Billy's like having a low-key crash out session, and Teddy's like, yo, what's going on? Like, tell me what's happening. And Billy's like, oh, it's all my fault. It's all my fault. None of this would have happened if it wasn't for me. And Teddy's like, what the fuck are you talking about? And Billy's like, I'm the one who got rid of the demiurge. I exercised them from my body. Like, no matter what Morgan and Baba Yaga do to them, like, it gets so much worse. Like, I was so tired of feeling all that weight, you know, of being a literal fucking god and everything like that. And so, like, Teddy's like, hey, like, I'm sorry for everything that I said earlier about that. Made you seem like you had to do that. You know, it's like, but trust me, you're perfectly fine. You're doing great. Well, I love you. Don't worry about it. And so then we hear a big kaboom. And we see the door open, and we're just like, oh, well, R.I.P. the zombies again, I guess. And guess who we see?
Who?
Can you go to the next picture, por favor?
Let's go for it.
We see Wanda and we see Aurora. Yippee!
Doing her job as Sorceress Supreme, audience. You know? There you go.
Real.
No,
Finally.
fuck that.
What? What?
If you ever read that book goes spits the face of everything Dodge made of Sorcerer's Supreme.
Wow.
Anyway, she's here. She's here with Aurora. That's all that fucking matters. Okay, guys?
Yeah.
Anyways, so Wanda's like, oh, Billy, like, what the fuck are you doing here? I thought you were doing space shit. And what happened to your arm? And so, you know, Billy's like crying into Wanda's like lap or whatever the fuck. It's like, bitch, you have a mom. She's technically not your mom, but she technically is, but she technically isn't.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird.
Whatever happened to Billy's biological parents anyway?
They're probably just chilling in New York. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, because I think for all intents and purposes, you know, Wanda's always going to be used as the mother stand-in for a Wiccan.
Like,
you know,
for
because...
Tommy, yeah, that makes sense why he would call her like mom, but it doesn't really make sense for Billy.
Yeah, I mean, just for story purposes, you know. So.
Anyways, moving on. So Aurora says hi to Teddy, you know, and Teddy's like, oh, it's a long story why I'm like this, don't worry about it. So Wanda basically heals Billy's arm, and she's like, yeah, unfortunately I can't turn Teddy back because of like a stupid, like, the curse is like a tripwire, so I don't want to fucking murder him, you know. I don't want that on my conscience right now. And so basically Wanda's like, oh yeah, I can feel your magical presence, like it's like that's how I found you. And also, you know, it's like, oh, I like how you like grew out your hair and stuff like that, you know, because why not? I mean, I like it too. I didn't like the short hairstyle, but that was just me. Anyways, so basically Billy's like, I have to face Baba Yaga, Wanda, like she and Morgan might be more powerful than before. And so Wanda's like, oh yeah, you missed a lot while you were in space. I'm the Sorcerer Supreme now, so you know. I'm gonna beat some ass. And Billy's like, look, if we all pull up, she's gonna fucking know. So we have to go in kind of quietly. And so basically we hear from off panel be like, oh yeah, that sounds kind of tough. And guess what? We see Tommy in the same fucking outfit he's had since 2006, bitch. Give this man a new fucking outfit. It's not that hard. I will design him a new outfit. Marvel, hit me up. I will design him a new outfit.
Gotcha.
Anyway, so they have their reunion, you know. Teddy's a puppet because that's what happens when you get involved in politics, apparently. I don't fucking know. Tommy does Tommy things, okay?
Like that little reference there. Yeah, so.
Yeah, Tommy does Tommy things. Wanda's like, okay, I've located the Demiurge magical signature, so it kind of feels like Billy's, but it hasn't merged with Baba Yaga just yet. And so basically, Billy's like, oh yeah, we'll get the Demiurge and Teddy's body, and then we're out of the house, in and out, you know. And then we'll signal you to bring the hammer out. And so basically Tommy's like, okay, I guess I'll take the scenic route. Like, do you want to be a backpack or a side saddle? I pick one. And can you go to the next fucking picture?
I like this shot.
Yay! They're vibing. they're riding on the waves. Oh my god.
There you go.
Anyways, they pull up to Baba Yaga's house, okay? And so basically they have to fight like the guard, but Tommy's like, don't worry, Chad, I got you. And So basically Tommy's like, "Oh, do you need me to like run a perimeter real quick?" And Billy's like, "No, not right now. Like it's too scary. It's too scary for you to do that right now." And so basically, um, the door closes behind them because of scary magic lady. And so basically it's all dark. And so we see a scary lady holding a candle, basically grabs Tommy, you know. I'm assuming
Okay.
breaks his fucking ankle.
Dang.
You know. It's like, dang, easy way to fucking get a speedster down, you know? I mean, like, yeah. And so basically they pin Billy down by getting a bunch of little dolls to stab him in the back, which is not fun. And so basically lights the Billy doll on fire, this creepy lady, and we find out, look what happens. Go to the next fucking picture. Yeah. Well, Billy's on fire now, and it's up to Teddy to figure out what's gonna go down. And that's it.
Like,
Thoughts, Austin?
Austin
Died.
I didn't die. I'm doing something else as well.
Yeah, but look how creepy Baba Yaga is right now.
She's just ugly. It's not creepy.
She's spider.
She kind of reminds me of that Spire Lee from the second season of Digimon. You know, the one that the mummy was into. I forgot her name.
No, no one watched the second season of Digimon. God damn it!
Wow. I watched it. Okay, so I guess I'm no one then.
Anyways, that's the fourth issue. We got one more issue, chat. Will Teddy get his body back? Will Billy get his magic back? The answer to that is most likely yes. It doesn't take a fucking genius to tell you that.
Yeah, I'm just curious what Teddy's status will be after this. You know, now that
probably just gonna be chilling. I don't fucking know. Let him chill. We might be getting the Wiccan and Hulkling kids soon. I don't fucking know.
We'll see what happens. Yeah. Alrighty then. Any final thoughts before we move on?
No. Fuck you, Baba Yaga, for manipulating a child. Like, fuck you.
Thank you, Baba Yaga, for manipulating a child.
Oh, wow.
When an X-Man do it, it's totally okay. But Billy does it. Oh, my God.
I wasn't talking about Billy. I was talking about the other kid.
I think when a villain does it.
Okay. Gotcha. But anyway, Austin, next book is yours. Go ahead.
All right, we're going to get the show on the road because this book, I can't believe the book is still ongoing, bro.
And also,
I want to take an issue. It's been out for like.
I can fucking tell.
Yeah. You can tell by the fact that he just traced all the 8 pictures from scenes of the movie or posters.
I mean, I get it. I can't draw apes either, so you know.
He should be able to. He's the artist.
I know.
But it starts off with the Watcher basically being like, you know, I watch all the major events and sometimes Fantastic Four go on weird adventures. But here's an adventure I never showed y'all that we never seen them go on before. And it starts off with them in a Coliseum. I don't remember what picture that. I'm not gonna lie to you. So go to the first one.
Well, guys, just start off with this one. This is like
okay. This is this explains why they're here.
Yeah, the fight with that red ghost guy who has all those apes. Their villain. Yeah.
But it starts off with them in a Coliseum on the planet of the apes. And they're saying, kill all the humans.
And they lost all their followers, audience, so Ben Grimm is back to being normal.
We will get there.
Okay.
Jesus Christ, why are you spoiling the book? What if I wanted to know?
Gotcha.
But people don't. If you don't remember the Planet of the Apes, this is the original Planet of the Apes, so not the what the guy's name?
The Andy Serkis, not the
Andy Serkis trilogy. So these are the ones where as you saw from the cover, they're wearing clothes, and Cornelius and all of them are just pretty smart. They're not. They're not how they are in the trilogy. So if you didn't watch the original, I can't help you at all with how to set up these characters.
Gotcha.
But there's one. There's a professor who's kind of an asshole. He's kind of manipulating ape history. He's the only person that knows the truth that the planet Apes is the planet after humans fucked it up.
Yep.
So he's very biased against humans, and he thinks the most dangerous thing in the world is a smart human. So you can
Oh, yeah.
imagine how he feels meeting four of them, and then one of them is apparently the smartest man alive.
Yeah, remember, audience, like in the original Planet of the Apes movie, like the second he found like one of those astronauts, right, well, no, he found two of the astronauts. Four astronauts landed in the Planet of the Apes, right? Cornelia, that evil orangutan found two of them. One he taxidermized and put him in a museum, and the other he lobotomized because he
Yeah,
didn't want apes to know that humans could speak. Like, god damn, dude.
but as starts to try to break peace, Johnny
Mhm.
jumps in and says, "We're the Fantastic Four." And I had to read this over and over again because I was like, "There's no way you want me to believe that Johnny's dumb enough that his name matters in some random ass place."
Yeah, man.
Plus, they're fucking monkeys, dude. It's like they're not gonna give a shit about these people.
Exactly.
Yeah. Now, you also gotta think
It's
like
called
what
the Planet
time.
of the Apes, not Planet of the Superpowered Humans.
You also gotta think like what time period is this taking place with the Fantastic Four during the early days? Because you don't see
Nah,
the
based on the suits, it's at least I want to say
you know.
pre-Secret Wars. It's the Secret Wars suit.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So
Well, the 2005 one,
gotcha.
the black collars and everything.
Yeah,
But then we get the flashback. So yesterday they were fighting Red Ghost and the Super Apes.
yeah.
People don't know. You saw one of these in the MCU Fan 4 movie. You should have
Yeah.
saw more. Uh, they were also cut from the Flash Fan 4 crossover. So fuck that. I just think it's
Gotcha.
funny. Two stories that involve apes. Only one of them decided to use the Super Apes. But it is what it is.
Mhm.
But Red Ghost, in his attempt to beat the Fantastic Four, ends up sending them away. Because he wanted to. His whole thing was he knew this planet had apes on it. He was going to bring them over here, get them power and control them too. He's going to have an army of super apes.
Yeah.
Uh, you get a full up close on Fantastic Four, and this is how they were slowly revealed that Fantastic Four all lost their powers. You kind of
Mhm.
knew something was up because the thing isn't the thing right now, but you
Yeah.
didn't know exactly what was going on. Go to the next picture.
Mhm. And I
Yeah,
like
so for some reason, them come to the universe, that machine mess with their powers and they sent their powers to other people with the main four apes of the Planet Ape series. Cornelius is Mr. Fantastic. I can't remember the girl's name, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
Uh, she's
So you're not
obviously
allowed to
Invisible
give me
Woman.
shit for not knowing names, dude. You're not
This
allowed to.
is a movie from the 60s. My bad.
Okay. So
Listen,
the
you're not
evil
allowed to give me
orang
shit for remembering names.
yeah, the evil
Um,
orangutan, yeah, he's the thing, and the military gorilla,
yeah, the
he's
general of the army is the Human Torch.
Mhm. Okay, but before this scene, right, I like to add, like, I like how the evil orangutan guy, right, as soon as he heard Mr. Fantastic talk about the story about like him fighting Ghost and the apes, he's like, wait, so
You're
you were
racist.
assaulting apes. I find you guilty of crimes against ape kind. Like, damn.
Yeah, it
Okay,
probably wasn't a smart idea.
yeah, hey, let's not go and try to pretend that there's no such thing as a bad ape. All right, come on. Y'all can't be that. Y'all can't be saints, dude. You know just what I'm saying. Okay.
But
Yeah.
it's
See
funny because
what?
they're trying to find out what happened to the super apes, which I'm sure
Mhm.
will be a whole other thing in a different issue.
Yeah.
But you get a whole inverse of the original astronauts being captured. So you get the the monkeys on horseback whipping white people. Uh,
Yeah.
people,
Uh,
we
I, I
didn't watch the scene. I would say a few years ago at this point,
yeah.
and we were talking about how they would never remake the scene. They redid this part of
Yeah.
the movie.
If you watch the original Planet of the Apes audience, you know it's like all the humans that the apes are capturing. Yeah, they're all Caucasian, so yeah, yeah, they're being hunted down, netted, captured, put on collars and leashes. So yeah.
But since that's what they have their power, they gotta get they get caught. But Reed talking, they obviously they're like, oh, a lot of these dudes talk when you capture them alive because they really were about to taxidermy these dudes.
Yep.
Luckily, it's not that the ape who we're talking about, who became a thing, wasn't here. So a lot of more people were here to witness him talking.
Mm-hmm.
But as they try to figure out what's going on, like you see, they all get advanced 4 powers, and it cut back to Red Ghost going to going to somebody trying to figure out. Look, me and you can take over the world. Okay,
Ooh.
I need your help. I need to repair this device fast, and then we can conquer everything. And he needs to help us someone that's really smart. And the guy asked him, what could you possibly offer the glorious nation of Latveria in exchange for repairing your stolen technology? And Red Ghost looks at him and says, I have stripped Reed and his family of their powers. I've stranded a world overrun with apes. Certainly, you can do something with that, Dr. Doom. And you gotta get one of the most menacing, old school style Doom panels of all time. As you can see, this dude is thick.
There you go, audience.
Damn.
There you
Looks like this man guy dies.
Someone's either that or he's overcompensating, audience. You know. So,
Nah, ain't nobody overcompensating that much thigh space. I'm gonna just I'm just speeding to issue 2 because
yeah,
it's really just them talking the whole time.
yeah.
So obviously I want to say the Monkey 4. What do you want to call these people?
It's up to you. It ain't up to me. I'm not reading those books.
The primate 4. Oh no,
The primate 4.
The Fantastic
primate 4 are freaking out because of their powers, but it does give a little bit more credence to the Fantastic 4 story. Obviously, the apes are like, get those people out of here. They're monsters. And the thing ape is like, bro, you dare? Y'all must have forgot we're still who we are. We're still like the higher ranking people in society.
Okay.
Zera, that was her name. Zera was the female ape who helped the main character in the original, her and Cornelius, her husband.
Who kissed Taylor, yeah, audience. That was one of the most iconic scenes in cinema.
Who in the remake with what's his name? What's the other guy? Mark Wahlberg. They made her like Michael Jackson.
yeah.
But it's interesting because obviously they're like, okay, we got to figure out what we're going to do, and we cut to a figure in a red cloak talking to other apes, telling them, hey, you got to kill these guys.
Okay.
I don't think it's Doom. I think it's Red. I think it's obviously Red Ghost, like fully covering his face so they can't see he's a human.
Yeah.
But it's the only time show up in the issue. They put the Fantastic 4 in familiar cages, and then the apes get put in the cage across them, so they all get to hatch it out. Oh, what do we do? How do we use these powers? What's going on? And the apes are just explaining like the hierarchy. Oh well, that guy over there, he was the head of he was basically the president, and then under him you had like the researchers trying to push ape kind forward.
Yeah.
Reed is funny enough is looking at their technology and like, man, y'all are behind. Y'all not as far behind as you would believe y'all would have been.
They didn't have the budget, all right.
Well, because he's like, these tools ain't little familiar. These are like our tools. Like he's figuring out, humans were here and they fucked it up.
Yeah, audience, true bit of trivia, right? Planet of the Apes was originally supposed to be a Twilight Zone episode, right? And they wanted to make the apes have futuristic aesthetics.
That's in the book.
Oh, okay, yeah. But they didn't have the budget for that, so they decided to give them a primitive setting, you know? So to cut on costs.
And the actual book the Planet Apes is based on, they are living basically like Krakoa.
Oh, okay.
Where it's like all the trees are like super high tech houses and stuff. It lives like the summer's home. Every house was.
Okay, gotcha.
But I think the primitive thing is a little bit more funny. So I'm going to stick with this.
Wait, what came first? The book or the script for the Twilight Zone episode?
I think they tried the script first. It probably was a book, and they tried to turn it into an episode. Because there's a lot of books that Twilight Zone made episodes about, like the one we talked about the other day with the Franklin Richards type kid.
Yeah, the God Kid. Yeah.
Funny enough, the apes all are out there trying to find the humans, and they're trying to stop the people from entering the city. Because the city's under attack by other apes somehow. And after revealed that Red Ghost is controlling the apes, and he is willing to try to take over the whole planet. I don't remember how he controls apes. I think he has like a side connection or something. I don't remember. Red Ghost is a character I know from certain things, but I never really saw his origin.
Gotcha. I just say he's a scientist and he controls apes with a help.
He gave these apes the power to the power set when Defense 4 got there. He just waited for a cosmic wave and then threw them up there.
Yep, something like that.
I always thought that was funny.
Mm-hmm.
But long story short, the Thing ape comes in and he's like, okay, we gotta figure something out. There's also something going on. There's an attack. I didn't know what y'all need. I didn't know what y'all know. And they're like, we need to leave. And he's like, fine, y'all can take these powers and get out. Okay.
Yeah.
They're leading them through the tunnels with for some reason like the inside of a mouth. It kind of really threw me off.
Right.
But they go outside. You see like go to the next picture.
Yeah.
They talked about how there's remember like poison water or poison zone in the movie.
Yeah.
We're talking about for some reason apes are like very scared of water, and it's because if you don't know in real life apes are very dense, so it's very hard for them to swim. So most just immediately drown.
Wow.
Johnny, they say there's whatever we're looking for is down here. Johnny comes down. He finds the spaceship from the original movie. Because people don't remember, one of the astronauts died in the ship.
R.I.P.
One died in the ship. The other three made it off onto the planet. One got, like Critter said, one got lobotomized. The other one got taxidermied, and the other one's the main character. So,
yikes.
So they found the remains of that. So we know this is at least after the first movie.
Mm-hmm.
Which I thought was a weird choice. I'm not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
But it is what it is, I guess.
Yeah.
But there's honestly the apes are trying to figure out how to get their powers back to the Phanatics 4, and the general was like, "No, fuck that. Y'all might not like this powers, but these powers are goated to me. I'm gonna go fight for my country."
I'm a general with literal firepower on my hands now. So yeah.
So he flies
Okay,
off
he
to
has
go
fire
fight.
powers, and I have Charleston shoes. He got nothing on me.
He flies off to fight the obviously the ape army that's invading, and the thing ape gets mad. He said, "This is y'all fault. Everything was fine for you until I got here. Y'all are doing." He starts freaking out like they write him like he's the Hulk, bro. And I'm like, the Thing doesn't have anger problems with his powers.
Mm-hmm.
But the moment the fire guy lands, he immediately gets punched in the face by a super ape because Doom is here. And Doom's not fucking around. Go to the next picture. Go to the last picture again. And we have to ask Doom. And it's funny because Doom's dialogue actually, who dare attack me? And Doom's like, I do. Greetings, General. Your reputation precedes you. But it's a pity we cannot meet under better circumstances. I'm like, who the fuck is this? Doom would not give this respect to a legit monkey.
Even the
I bet a legit monkey with, like, no street cred. This dude doesn't do anything in the films.
Doom would be saying, like, even the smartest monkey in the planet is just a monkey to me. Like,
Are you ape or human? And he said, neither. I am Doom. The guy tries to kill Doom.
Am I a man or am I a Doom? Am I a Doom? Okay, I'll stop.
The dude tried to kill Doom with a full power fire blast. Gets grabbed by the throat. And like, bruh, now I'm sure if you use your imagination, we can come to a mutual understanding.
Mm-hmm.
And the next issue is called Doom on the Planet of the Apes. And I was like, oh, that could have been a sequel source.
Oh boy.
But
like I said, I got Charleston shoes and that guy has fire powers. He got nothing on me.
I wasn't expecting Doom to be in this book. I'm not gonna lie to you. Not in the sense of like, oh, he shouldn't be here. But it being the big crossover thing, I thought they're really just going to have Fantastic Four be, show up here and just be the astronauts for the first movie. So not they don't exist. They didn't happen yet. These people show up first. Instead, it's clearly after the first movie, so it might be somewhere during the second or third one.
I'm like thinking back
Doom
to
and Supergirl. So it's like, okay, ready to go.
I'm just like thinking, like, who's in the Planet of the Apes that Doctor Doom could interact with? That could be an interesting.
The closest he would have been the guy who turned into the Thing. That's the only person who, I think, in my opinion, could have had a conversation with Doom, be interested in him.
Yeah, but since that likely is not going to happen, like the only other people you could really go for is the mutants. Yeah, audience. A lot of people overlook this, but like there are still smart humans out there. They just got mutated, and they have their own like.
To be honest, I don't think the book's going to cover that.
Yeah, it was a very out there sort of thing that a lot of Planet Ape mythology tends to overlook. But you see,
I think it was fine.
They have like a higher, a higher elevated status.
It's literally all the humans that survive end up getting telepathy, basically.
Yes,
they work with the nuke.
Oh yeah, their god is a literal atomic bomb, audience, that they worship. Like, oh, okay.
What kind of crap were the creators of the original Planet of the Apes on? I need to know.
It was supposed to be like, since they survived, they were smart. They got radiated by all the radiation for the nuke. So eventually, some of the surviving ones over time got the powers.
I wish I was a fly on the wall of like the writers of the original Planet of the Apes, be like, guys, hear me out. Hear me out. Okay, planet run by apes. And they're sentient, right?
To be fair, I don't think it's an original book. It's just, I think it's just a movie thing.
I know. Funny enough, right, audience? Here's another trivia fact about Planet of the Apes. The actor who played Taylor, right? He really didn't want to do another movie, but like, because there was still a little bit of hype with the original Planet of the Apes movie, that they convinced him to be in the next movie. But his demand was literally that the planet blow up by the end of the movie. Like, whoa!
Yeah. So guess what? The Planet of the Apes introduced time travel.
I know. They had to pull that out of their asses, audience.
That's also why the 2003 or whatever that remake was, when Mark Wahlberg did the ape went back in time and became Abraham Lincoln bullshit then.
Yep. They had to come up with a bullshit reason that like, 3 of the apes, they snuck into the spaceship that Taylor was in, and somehow they were able to get that to kick off into space and go back in time.
Well, they went back through the wormhole that he came through to get to the planet first place.
There you go. Yeah, that's more appropriate answer. Like, still, dude. Oh man, that actor literally wanted the franchise to die, but the studio's like, oh, what? No, actually, there's more good stuff we could draw.
To be fair, the stuff with apes in present day was a decent story. I don't think it was good or anything, but it was just interesting to see the apes react to modern day time. Well, at that time, modern day times.
Oh yeah,
it might have been a good movie, but it was an interesting character study with these two characters you've seen in the first two films. Yeah, but I don't even remember the last one. I fell asleep, so whatever. That's the first the end of the book. It's the two issues are fine. It just, I feel like if you didn't know anything about Planet Apes, I don't think the book does a great job at getting you invested in them. Of course, getting the Fantastic Four powers at least make you like pay more attention to them, but really is a very straightforward premise that they kind of got to stretch out here with a lot of Fantastic Four stuff.
Like, I kind of feel like, look, this isn't the first wild crossover Planet of the Apes had with a different franchise. Like, they've had crossovers with Tarzan, King Kong, even Green Lantern.
The King Kong was good though.
Yeah,
the King Kong with people was that they found Skull Island during their time, and they thought King Kong was their god.
Yeah.
I expected that, to be honest with you.
It was very fun. He did die then, though. It was very sad.
It was a good, premise. Same thing with the Green Lanterns. Like, when the archaeologist apes was like excavating, and he found a Green Lantern ring, and bam, he was worthy. So yeah. But like with these tie-ins to Planet of the Apes, I feel like you have to have a foundation to be interested enough to read this. You're not just going to
Yeah.
say like, "Oh, what's this
I
Planet
have
of
a
the Apes?"
question for you guys.
Go
Yeah.
ahead.
Do you prefer the Planet of the Apes crossover, the Predator ones, or the Alien ones more? You
I
can
think
lump the
Personally,
Predator and Alien ones together if you want.
okay,
I don't want to do
personally,
that.
personally, I will go Planet of the Apes because I have more of a foundation fan base with them. I saw the movies. So
Uh,
yeah.
I'm hit or miss with Planet of the Apes. I think some are good, some are bad. So,
Mhm.
but I will say I think there's more good Planet of the Apes ones compared to the Predator ones.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'll do Planet of the Apes, Predator, and then Alien. Alien
Mhm.
crossovers are usually done poorly because they don't use the alien to the full extent it could be. It
Yeah,
literally bursts
they're
out of
just
you and
using the
takes your
xenomorphs to
powers.
murder. Am I right?
Yeah, basically.
Pretty
They
much.
come out of you and they take your attributes. Like if you have superpowers, they should take your powers. Stop
Hmm.
making them just random, boring, regular aliens after that. That's why I
Cough,
hated
cough,
Avengers
Red
vs.
Skull,
Aliens.
cough, cough.
Avengers vs. Aliens had the whole mutant population die to these. And you didn't
Mhm.
think to have at least like one have a mutant power?
It's I chalk that up to the rights issue, really. Like because if you create like a variation of an alien, then which studio is going to own the rights to that character?
Yeah, but
So,
the problem is that Disney owns both characters now, both things now. It doesn't
oh,
matter.
oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
true. So,
all
What does
these
not
comics are
matter?
under Fox, under Marvel right now. That's why we're
mhm,
doing the crossovers.
gotcha. Yeah, seems like an interesting book at the end of the day. But you have
Yeah,
any
I'm sure
thoughts
it'll be
on
a
it?
fun little mini as a whole. Just like I said, if you
Mhm.
didn't have any extra Planet Apes, I don't think it's doing enough to make you want to buy the book.
I just I
Nope.
want to I want to see like a Captain America and Planet of the Apes crossover audience. That's
That
my
could be
dream.
interesting.
Because remember,
Well,
which
it'll
like
just be Captain America wakes up after the world falls. The Planet
yeah,
Apes starts.
because also remember this, which like as far as the apes are concerned, humans are the devil. They're dim-witted. They're just animals. So wouldn't that be interesting to see like them having to correspond with basically with one of the best human beings in the world? So to change your whole outlook. You know,
I feel like we should do more My Little Pony crossovers.
you could.
Yeah, we got a My Little Pony Transform crossover before.
We do. That does exist.
Mhm. There you go.
See, look,
That
Princess
crossover was
Magic.
so popular that they made a death battle for that crossover. It was Darkwing versus Rainbow Dash.
Friendship can transform.
Princess Magic, guys.
Yep.
And I, if I can remember, I think there was a Star Trek Transformers crossover too. There was also an X
Oh
Men
yeah.
Star Trek crossover as well.
I think they turned the Enterprise into a Transformer during that crossover. Could be
I don't know. We're
wrong.
gonna have to read
Yeah.
it to find out, audience.
Yep. One of these days. But yeah, and Star Trek also had a crossover with Green Lanterns at one point.
I need Star Trek to get a crossover with Godzilla. So Godzilla and Power Rangers get a crossover with everything else. I would love to see the original Star Trek crew land on a planet with Godzilla. They had to try the way to coexist with that
Ooh,
situation so they can leave.
that'll be interesting.
Listen. I watched the original series, and I know what James Tiberius Kirk is gonna fucking do in that situation. Okay, I know what he's gonna do.
He's gonna take his shirt
If
off
him
and try.
fighting the Gorn proves anything, he's either gonna fight it or he's gonna try to fuck it. There's no in between.
Gotcha.
And we will be there for both of those options. Did you hear me, people?
Exactly. If he's not gonna be, if he's not allowed to fuck Spock, he's gonna fuck Godzilla.
Gotcha. But all right, then, audience. I guess with that, I think we should move. We should move on to the next book, audience. So this is gonna be
Quickly,
my
5 minutes. Go. Just kidding. I'm kidding.
what? Okay. So we're talking about the Nightmare Before Christmas, the Shiver of Christmas Town, audience. I just bought this on the whim. I mean, I have read some of the spin-offs of Nightmare Before Christmas because they have had stories that took place afterwards, and some pretty cool ones. Audience, did you know Jack Skeleton and Oogie Boogie? They were best friends when they were kids. Until okay, yeah, Oogie Boogie could technically be considered to have gone groomed into a villain, and yeah, he may have been done dirty in the competition for Pumpkin King. So yeah, yeah. Let's not talk about that, all right? We're talking about the Shivers of Christmas Town. So this takes place after the movie, of course. Now that the resources of Christmas are available to this place, you have that one mad scientist, Doctor, the one in the wheelchair, right? He's trying to take like some aspects of Christmas Town, like specifically, hey, the Winterland, right? He's gonna create a vicious animal with it. He's like so confident that this is gonna be like a new breed of creatures that we have never seen before from the Arctic. You know, he's excited. He's energetic. He can't wait for to see what the result is. And when he finally completes his creation, it turns into this little critter right here, and he's like, "What is this? This is supposed to be a vicious animal from the winter, Like he doesn't look scary at all.
If
How is this
not
supposed to be
friend,
brutal?"
why friend shaped?
Wait, what was that? Which?
If 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 not friend, why friend shaped?
There you go. There you go. So yeah, they all kind of consider this a disaster. But what's her name? The love interest, the one with the red hair, the daughter.
Sally?
I forget. Valley, that's her name. Okay,
Sally?
but Sally, yes, yes, Sally, that's the one. She takes a liking to the little polar bear, and she decides to kind of take care of the polar bear. She even gives him the name of Shiver, right? And yeah, so this is when you see those three kids. You remember those pranksters, right?
Yeah, lock, shock, and barrel.
Yep. Like another fun attention to detail audience. Did you know? But before their time, it was Jack Skellington and Oogie Boogie who were the premier pranksters of Halloween Town. So odds are the next person who ends up becoming Pumpkin King will be one of these three after Jack's time. I'll give my hat off to the one dressed like a witch. She seems to be taking charge of the team most of the time. But yeah, anyway, they learn about the new creation, and apparently it's been stated that they actually helped stitch Oogie Boogie back together. Audience. Uh-oh. So yeah, he didn't die. He got revived by these three, and they're now ordered to try. They wanted to go see that little polar bear, and of course that witch girl. She looks through the window at that polar bear that's being hugged by Sally, and she's like, "I want one. I have to have him." So of course they go and steal him. Let me bring up this picture actually. Do. Yeah, this is Sally pretty much adopting him, and this is that little girl falling in love with him. So they steal him, they bring him back to their hideout, they feed him, they pet him. The Shiver just goes off wandering for a bit. He runs into like a bit of troublemaking gangsters in Halloween Town, and that's when we find out that they're being run by a new leader. Yep, Oogie Boogie's back in town, audience. So, little thing, come out and play. No, wait, let me read his
Dang,
line.
Austin, why'd you let Oogie Boogie out?
I
I
know,
think we
right?
can hear this one.
No, 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 do not run, do not hide, little thing. Oogie Boogie just wants to play. Yes, something new, all for me. Little thing, come out and play. Like,
They're making him a garbage bag. What he doing?
he has to have some flair to his entrance sauce, and that's his whole thing.
Well,
So.
groceries, not just make them clean.
They have to do something new with him. What you can't just add a few stitch marks there. So yeah,
Chef, you
yeah.
can have it. He can have it.
No, I guess. Anyway, so that's the first issue, audience. I'll stick with it for a long till it ends. I mean, we shouldn't always wait till October or December to celebrate Halloween and Christmas. We can celebrate in the early days of the year. So yeah, yeah. That's my book, audience. Yeah, go read it. So, moving on to the next one. Go ahead, Austin.
Oh, you say which book the last? I'm very surprised.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
because I'm
gotta
gonna
leave on a
fucking cry
humor.
my eyes out.
Yeah, we gotta
Well, we
leave on a
can't follow you.
humor.
That's what I thought you were going next.
Mhm.
I'll cry my
But
eyeballs out, so I
Uh,
need y'all to
uh,
do your
uh,
books first before I cry my eyeballs out.
yeah. Austin,
I,
you want me to do my Austin, you want me to do my last book so you have time to prepare for Radiant Black?
no, I could do Radiant Black.
Okay, go ahead.
Radiant Black number 40, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
It's weird because I don't want to catch this all the way up because it's been a while since I've done this book.
Yeah.
The book comes out so sporadically. Sometimes it's either just let it
I,
build up.
I I blame no one for losing the momentum of the massive verse audience. Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't do shit. I'm not reading this.
I don't.
Mhm.
I blame
Jim.
whoever that last event was when they're doing the .5 issues,
Oh, okay.
Five
and
Oh,
then
issues.
like a 6 to 10 month break between like the last 5.
oh yeah, that's true. That was a buzzkill. Yeah. So
But we start off with almost forgot his name, bro. That was
Nathan?
no, the other one exactly. He did it too.
Marshall?
Marshall. There you go. Nathan is a writer in California now. I don't think he worries about what's going on in Green and Black.
Yeah.
But Marshall was watching like TV shows and recordings of how people are still talking about Radiant Black. People don't remember Radiant. Marshall Nathan had to compete basically in 2 different timelines to see who can be Radiant Black.
Mm-hmm.
Marshall, his timeline, quote unquote, won, but he did it at the expense of killing everybody. And Nathan lost because he tried to save everyone and failed.
Yeah.
And long story short, the Marshall that killed everyone sacrificed himself, but everyone saw that he did what the bad stuff he did.
Yeah.
So this Marshall from the main universe, and who is Radiant Black, is getting a lot of shit from the stuff that other Marshall did, even though he died saving everyone.
Yeah. Yikes.
We don't have to lie, bro. Go watch the Catalyst War if you wanted to see about it.
No, I won't.
That's the name of the event. Yeah.
We had that review.
Mm-hmm.
You can always just go back and try to find it somehow.
Yeah.
And good luck.
Mm-hmm.
Radiant Black, no, it was on that Radiant Black catch up day, so it should all be in one video.
Yeah.
But he seen like all the articles everyone's talking about. We got to round up Radiant Black. We got to stop these heroes. There's protest stuff going on, and Marshall realized that regardless of how they feel, Chicago needs someone to protect them. That's why he's a Chicago hero. He's in Chicago.
Okay.
He has to deal with the gangs of King Von and the rappers from real life.
Yeah.
I think he does. I don't know the existence in this time, to be fair, but Marshall does this whole scene where he's activating his Radiant Black power, and that's how we see him. He's walking like a regular guy.
Oh. Okay. He's allowed
But long story short, the government is funding new power suits and stuff like I want to say light shift, but not really.
Yeah.
People don't know Shift is a shocker if the shocker got more comics.
Okay, like Shift
so
is
he's always around. Gets enough of a nuisance that you know he's there.
Okay, Shift is like the opposite of like the Green Ranger audience. Like he's actually the one who gets the most beat downs, when he's supposed to be the most hype one. So yeah, that's the way I look at it.
We'll see Shift later, and we'll go back in there later. But Radiant Black invades a building by the government where they have all these suits and stuff, and he immediately gets shot by a brand new character. Go to the first picture. It's a ranger with a gun, Cryptid. How do you feel about that?
A ranger with a gun. Is he on America's side?
I don't think so. Not this time.
Oh,
he might be, I guess, since they're all in Radiant Black, technically.
Gotcha. He's a rogue agent. Okay.
He's a little messed up in the head, but he got the right message, all right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But
loud and clear.
And you see here we have him and I had no idea I had no idea who this purple person was. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Maybe it's dead lucky because Lord knows no one's going to do anything with that cat. She has nothing else going
This
on.
person shoots lasers, like by like punching their hand.
Yeah.
So I'm like, how are they any different? The guy shooting a gun right next to you. She might have just had a gun. You know what
when,
I'm
you
saying?
have, when you have the glowy fists, you use them, I guess. You know. So.
But we get a cool fight scene. We see Radiant Black trying to capture the red guy, and he's basically going into like a figure eight type motion, like the infinity symbol.
Yeah.
But this guy is like dancing around him somehow. Despite
Mm-hmm.
Radiant Black being able to fly, the guy can't. They were like, bro, you supposed to be like there versus Spider-Man, the Spider-Man. And it doesn't feel like he had spider sense for a minute. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Got it.
But then Radiant Black remembers, oh wait, I can just grab you because I have gravity powers. I'm just gonna grab you with these powers. So he grabs him. The purple one tries to shoot him. Everyone realized that Radiant Black's in the building, so everyone invades, starts just shooting people. Radiant Black goes level 2. People don't know Radiant Black power set has 3 powers. It's the regular one you saw. It's the one with the white cape, and it's the one with the black cape.
Yeah.
So he goes white cape, and he fights the guy in the new suit, who I don't think I have a picture of. Go to the next picture, just so I can see what it is. Okay, no. So you see here, he's in second form. And he goes to the third form for the slam. And during this time, he fights the guy in the prototype new suit by the government. And this guy is putting hands on him, I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
They get they're fighting throughout the facility, and then the facility's underground, so they shoot up through the earth. They end up on in the middle of Chicago. Radiant Black, the guy has similar powers to Radiant Black to the point where he controls and picks up like a whole lot of the rubble and starts throwing at him. But I don't think he thought this through because Radiant Black has gravity powers.
Okay. Yeah.
So Radiant Black is able to. While Radiant Black doesn't get hurt, he does deflect a lot of it. People don't. So I brought up Marshall's, public image problems. So he's not going all out full power in every fight anymore. He's worried about how people see it, or if he ends up calling too much damage or something. Like the world already hates him. He don't want to get the government like just full lead to go cut him down. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Can't make
But
things work.
his mask is cracked for the first time, I think. So you get the Ranger team of like the original Power Ranger first like 5, where you can see through the helmet, and it's not just they got beat up, so they lost all their power.
Mm-hmm.
He gets saved by the next picture.
To shift into red turbo.
Yes, of all people.
Shift into red turbo, or radiant red. So.
And Shift, people don't know, but like we said, Shift is basically like it's a shocker of like a B level threat.
Mm-hmm.
It's very funny. But Shift and his
he died in the Catalyst War, audience.
the other one from the other universe came over. Okay?
Oh my god, that is so lame.
To be honest.
Yeah. So.
I just love about all the things that Marshall ended up killing and tried to save the other universe. The only thing that lives was Shift.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But Shift's suit and his powers work by ciphering the radiant powers.
Mm-hmm.
So by the radiant, the longer he goes on, the stronger he gets, the weaker they get. The government is trying to make a whole lot of suits like that, which is why Marshall had to the facility.
Uh-huh.
Looking at Shift now, you also see why he went with the Green Ranger comparison.
Yeah. He has the look to be like his own lone wolf status, but if you read more into him, if you look more into him, you're like, God damn, you're a real letdown, dude. Like, you're a real letdown.
Yeah, man. But it's an okay issue. It's just not the best issue to come back on.
Mm-hmm.
For like what feels like a year, to be honest.
Yeah, we need we need some reminding that this universe
Cloud
is
War is
wrong.
36, and we did that like 2 years ago.
Were we supposed to have like a movie 2 years ago of No One Man? What happened to that?
Let's look at I'll look it up real quick.
Yep, yep. Dang you, Patton Oswalt. Dang you, Patton Oswalt. But anyway, Austin, you have any final thoughts on this before we move on?
No.
Gotcha. But anyway, audience, I guess with that, we'll move on to the next book. So, do. All right, we're talking about my book, Black Cat, issue number 9, audience. I was originally going to do Captain Marvel number 1, but I read this book at the last minute because, like, I did see some commotion about this, right? And I wanted to check it out for myself. And I'm like, okay, let's see what happens here. One thing I do kind of like that G. Willow Wilson's doing with Black Cat is like, it's a slice of life, really. I mean, when you normally see her in action, of course, you see her in her Black Cat suit. She like has that femme fatale presence about her. But then, you see her in her off days, like she has to, build up for that body. She has to go to the salon, this and that. She sleeps with the face mask and those what do you call those things? Those curling things. Or put in her hair.
Rollers?
Rollers, yeah, those, yeah. Like, she's basically like saying, hey, I don't just wake up looking like Black Cat, have to work for that. So anyway, we got this issue, like this whole arc is really like, her friend Mary Jane coming in for a team up. Remember, audience, Mary, this is the Mary Jane of current status, one that has venom in her and all that stuff. So, don't ask questions, but through a bizarre set of circumstances, they end up going through a magic door, right? And this is where they land in a world that's apparently their perfect world, or how should I say it? Peter Parker's not Spider-Man in this world, audience. Let me bring up a picture. They just go back in time and they basically get like a do-over of their lives. You see Felicia, how she looked back in her high school days, and yeah, she goes on to find Peter, who was never bitten by the spider, right? Okay, and then she's like wondering where's Mary Jane, and then you find out that Mary Jane is right now in a play where in a Romeo and Juliet play, where now she just got a multi-million-dollar acting gig, you know. So yeah, and you also see that Gwen Stacy and Flash is still alive, and apparently she and Flash Thompson are dating, So oh man, between Spider-Man supporting cast, like who isn't dating everybody in the family at this point? So. But all in all, Black Cat and Mary Jane are kind of seeing this as like a do-over for both of them, right? So they go on pretty much to live out their perfect life. So Black Cat ends up marrying Peter Parker, and Mary Jane goes off to have a very successful acting gig in Hollywood. And damn you, Dan Slott, right? Like I give the guy a lot of I give the guy a lot of slack because he has been doing a lot of good stuff for my end, at least. But I always hated that he established that Peter Parker, right? The world would have been better had he never gotten bitten by the spider. And this issue right here kind of follows that trope, right? Since Peter Parker never got bitten by the spider, he ends up going to have like a very nice life with Black Cat. They have kids. He has a job. Felicia gets to live the life. As a mother. What was that, Austin?
The kids do not look like either, though, by the way.
Yeah, I know that was a little bit weird. You expect one of them to have like white hair, but yeah. And as for Mary Jane, again, she becomes very successful.
Black Cat was originally blonde.
Oh, yeah, that too, that too.
The white hair used to be a wig. I don't think it's a wig anymore.
Gotcha. But yeah, and this is the part where I'm like thinking, like, okay, where is the point where I don't know, Robbie Thompson becomes the next Green Goblin or Aunt May becomes the next Vulture? Because also, audience, like Uncle Ben still is alive in this universe too. So I hate the fact that that Marvel continues to want to establish that the world would have been better off had Peter never been Spider-Man. It would have been better off for his supporting cast too. Apparently, you can't do
And that's
that.
why I thought that a long time ago.
Yeah, you can't do that, man.
I'm not even talking about with his previous Spider-Man story. I'm talking about back when he was originally writing Spider-Man. And he's the one came
Oh,
up with that. He thinks Spider-Man is Peter's worst enemy.
oh wow, damn, damn. But at least if there's one caveat to this is right, like even if you start off with like a perfect life, like okay, you go back to I don't know the early 2000s, you have a do. This is their do-overs, right? At some point it's not going life just happens, like of course for Mary Jane she starts losing gigs to younger actresses as the years go by, and eventually Felicia has to see her children grow up and kind of want to distance themselves from the family, like the whole you never understood me mom, this and that. And Felicia and Black Cat are just I mean Felicia and Mary Jane are just trying to reminisce as they got older about everything that happened. They pretty much live a whole life over here. But eventually they get sucked back into their present time, and I don't really give a crap about what's going on in their present time. Because they freaking come in Iron Man armor. I'm like, okay, what the fuck is going on here? Yeah, they fight, save the day. They come back to the present um, in their present day forms. Black Felicia wearing her Black Cat costume, and Mary Jane looking exactly like Venom now. They hug it out, and Felicia spots Jonah Jameson from around the corner, seeing that he must have something. He must be up to something as the issue ends. So yeah, I guess this
Issue
was.
with uh,
Go ahead, Dawson.
all the Black Cat and Mary Jane fans hate this issue, and I kind of agree with them.
Is
What do
that
you mean?
fucking Singularity?
No,
Might be. I don't know. I didn't bother to remember her name to be honest. I know she's a universe. That's what she mentioned before. But
That looks like Singularity, dude.
might be. Oh yeah,
congratulations.
yeah.
Clearly turning
Yeah.
into shit. Okay.
Okay. Which I am looking at the book. Yeah, that is Singularity. She's calling herself that. I'm a pocket universe. So yeah, yeah. Um, so what were you saying? You want to elaborate on what you were saying, Austin?
I was saying, Twitter was rightfully mad at this book, and I fully agree.
Hmm.
Because if you know anything about Black Cat, the life they chose to give her as a traditional wife doesn't make
Yeah,
sense.
It does not.
yeah. It's like the Selena Kyle situation. Like, even when they get married, you can't expect her to be like a settling down sort of type. So
Not even
yeah,
that, it's like also like going back in time, a lot of stuff that she liked about Peter, he gained through being Spider-Man. His
yeah.
confidence, like everything. So
Hmm.
the Peter he goes back in time meet would not have that stuff.
Yeah. Nah, the only way I could see that making make sense is like she sees the potential of Peter or
And,
something like that.
and people hated a lot of the Black Cat stuff. They basically takes away everything she does, any
Hmm.
age she ever had, just to be a
Yeah,
stay-at-home wife. And the MJ crowd hates her story because they imply that MJ will have a successful career. She wasn't with Peter, and that
wow,
retcons her having a successful career when she was with Peter.
yikes.
People don't
In
remember
conclusion,
she was a well-known model and movie star, even while married
Hmm.
to Spider-Man. None of that changed anything.
in
Yeah.
conclusion, fuck you. That's right.
Status quo, fuck up the status quo. So yeah, I did see a bit of commotion being made about like the whole marriage between Felicia and Peter here. That's why I wanted to really cover this book, uh, on top of Captain Marvel. But it's here. We Well, Felicia and MJ now have a life. have lived a whole life, trying to live out their best days, and I don't know how much this is going to carry over, character progression wise. So we'll see what happens. Like, how's Felicia going to feel about Peter next time she sees him? You know?
Yeah, you can't
So
also confirm that she loves Peter, but go out your way to not have them be together, even though Peter would date Black Cat. And she broke up with him, by the way.
yeah, yeah. But that she might have a better appreciation for Peter now. That it seems like she now has feelings for Peter now. Cool. Obviously, she's always had feelings, but like she lived a married life with Peter. You know, years and years of that. So yeah, is what it is. Is what it is. Austin, you have any final thoughts before we reach the last book of the night?
No, let Witch cry.
Thank
Gotcha.
you. I don't know if I have
The
any
tears,
more physical tears, but I'll definitely have internal tears. We're
the
talking
tears
about
of
the
the good.
fourth and final issue of Briar Knight's Terror, aka Briar number 12.
Ooh.
Um yeah, getting to this point feels very surreal to me because this book came out the week after I got laid off from my job, by the way. So emotions were definitely running high that day.
Mm-hmm.
Um so yeah, like I said, I spent years waiting for this fucking conclusion. So y'all ain't taking this away from me. I don't care.
Yeah.
Anyways, so it starts off with a little bit of a backstory of what happened to Briar, the gist of it. She was just a
Yeah.
normal girl living a normal life as a princess, as normal as a princess life can be. Pricks herself on a finger, fell asleep. Now she's awake 100 years later. And guess what? Now
What?
they gotta do some fighting.
Yikes.
Yippee! Fighting!
There you go.
Gotta go fight Briar's evil mom. And we need
Oh.
actual evil mom.
Yeah,
Anyways,
yeah.
obviously, and at the same time, the Norish, who are the race of people that Spider and her brother come from.
Mm-hmm.
They're basically the ice elves of this.
Mm-hmm.
They're fighting as well because they're also like, fuck you, Grandred, you got a lot of us fucking killed that one time. Fuck you, bitch.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so basically, Briar is like, oh yeah, I sense her vibes, She's like, she's waiting for me, man. I just know it. I know she's waiting. And Spider's
Yeah.
like, good. I hope she's fucking fucking quivering, dude. Like, fuck all these bitches, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
so Roop, my beloved baby boy, is like, hey, do you want some help of the hellish variety? And Briar's like, Roop, you fucking king of the damned. Can you get your fucking stinky sulfuric friends to help us out? He's like, how
Yeah,
you
yeah.
doing, buddy? How you doing? And he's like, oh, I'm doing great. I'm fucking liberated. I'm free, and I'm at my most fucking powerful. Keep in mind, when we first met Roop, he couldn't even fucking resurrect a toad, by the way. And now
Well,
look at him, king of hell.
that's called power. That's called character progression, audience, and
I
growth.
know, of my baby boy, of my favorite
Mhm.
character.
Yep.
Anyways, yeah, they have like cool, they have like a cute little like sibling moment, and everything like that. And
Mm-hmm.
so Spider's like, hey, do you think you can get your goblin friends with wings to like fly to the top of the tower? And Roop is like, yep, I can definitely do that. Just as good as the fucking cranes. And it's like,
Uh-huh.
and so he's like, oh, me and Blind will meet you up there, and turns to the literal fucking hellfire, and
Yeah.
swoops up to the top of the tower. And so like Spider was like, did he just do that? Briar was like,
Who?
yeah, I'm pretty proud of that kid. And I was like, I'm proud of him too. Like the progression where we started, how we're doing, you know.
Yeah.
And so Stinger gives Lead Leg over here a new leg because for a hot minute he didn't have a leg, So now he's
Mhm.
Axe Leg. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's Axe Leg. He has an axe on his leg.
I
I don't know what else to tell you.
There's
He
that
should be. He
romance.
should be. He should be taking some taekwondo because he could give one hell of an axe kick that
Oh,
way.
you'll see.
So yeah, yeah.
And so thanks to Roop's little ghoul friends, they're basically gonna fly to the top of the tower. And
Uh-huh.
so basically they all get to the top of the tower and Spider's like, hey Briar, just give me a second, okay? So she's like, hey, regardless if we have a chance against Grandrid, like it's like you know, like, what are we gonna do about the bigger doom of all of this? You know? And Briar's like, well, when it comes to the bigger doom, we'll make fucking do. Like, shit. It's either we're all gonna die now, or we're gonna die later. Regardless, like, so, shit's gonna happen. That's all that matters, okay? Like, we came too fucking far for this. Okay, it's fine. Okay, it's fine. And don't worry, they get a cute little hug in. They get a cute little hug in. And so we cut back to Axeleg and Stinger. You know, they're fighting off the Grendrit's forces and everything. Roop's using the Hellfire. Bly is slicing off bitches' heads. It's a great time.
Yeah.
Great time to be alive.
Definitely is.
And so Briar and Spider catch up with the gang, you know, and everything like that. And Spider's like, "Hey, Briar, how do you get inside this fucking thing?" And then it fucking explodes with fires. And everyone's like,
Wow.
"Oh, okay. Well, the crown of the castle's been blown clear off, so that makes our life a little bit easier, I guess."
Yeah.
You know. And so guess who we see? We see Grendrit pull up, and she's like, "Hey, you see? You know that the magics really can bring down the house." And they all happily ever after. Oh my god, it's my daughter in the flesh. Oh my goodness. And so Spider, you know, protecting her girlfriend, is like, "Hey, get away from her, you son of a bitch." And so basically Grendrit starts fighting Spider, and Spider gets her hand cut off.
Uh-oh.
And she falls off the side of the ledge that they were on. But don't worry. Her brother came to the rescue. Stinger came to the rescue.
Good for him.
Yeah. And so basically, Briar's like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry," and all this other stuff. It's like, I love you. And Spider's like, "I love you too." And Briar's like, "Stinger, get her out of here. Like, I don't want to hear it. Just get her out of here. Get her to safety." And so Grendrit, she's like, what a fucking disgrace you are. You decided to give yourself to a creature like that, like tarnish your fucking life. And it's like, bruh, you don't know what those two have been through, okay? You do not know.
Right.
You keep your fucking opinions to yourself. You do not talk shit about my girl Spider like that, okay? You're not gonna talk shit. Because if you're gonna talk shit, we're gonna have a problem. Isn't that right, Austin? Exactly.
Silence means yes.
Exactly, bitch. Exactly. And obviously, like, you know, Bly and Roop, you know, they're gonna be doing some cool shit because it's Bly and Roop, you know, and everything like that. Burn some mages to hell and all this other stuff. And so basically, Roop's like gonna be like trying to ask these fucking like mages, like, what the fuck is the prophecy? What is the curse of the fucking world and the phlegm tree bullshit, you know? Is like, speak, like, what the blood of Bright Rose, what the fuck is that supposed to mean? And fucking Blind's like, "Hey, you council of Grendrit, like, matters in the world, and like, can Briar fucking save us, you know?" And one of the mages is like, "No, she can't, you know." It's like there's this fucking thing bullshit at this point. And then one of them brings up something about uterine blood that Grendrit used. And so Roop is like, Yup, it's the blood from the mother's womb. That's what happened.
Whoa, okay.
Blood in the uterus.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, so basically, I'll get to it in a little bit.
Yeah.
And so before Grendrit can kill her own kid, I don't know what the term is when it means that you killed your own child. Like an adult child, but it's still called murder, but I know there's like a specific term for it, but I'm not gonna get into it today.
Yeah.
And so Axeleg over here, Baskor, he pulls up, and Grendrit's like, "Hey, you should have died in your own fucking traps or on Crane Island." And so Baskor's like, "Sorry, to disappoint, bestie. Sorry to disappoint." And so Grendrit, in her fucking rage, grabs him by the head and starts squeezing his fucking head. And she's like, "She will destroy us all. She who destroys us all." Can you go to the next picture? I don't even remember what pictures I put for this fucking book.
You know, you said that. It reminds me of Billy and Mandy.
Okay, that's the hug. Can you go to the next picture?
Gotcha.
Do a little hug moment. Oh, no, wait. I thought I put a different one. Anyways, go back, please.
Okay. Austin was saying something earlier?
Oh, I said when Witch was screaming, it'll destroy us all. It reminded me of Billy and Mandy when they had Billy for like 5 minutes straight in a scene.
Oh yeah. Destroy us all. Destroy us all.
I
Destroy
wouldn't
us
be surprised
all.
if man destroyed us all. Anyways,
Uh-huh.
so basically before Baskor can get murdered by Granger, it's Briar stabs Grandred right under the titty, like right under like the titty area in the middle, you know, where her body is exposed, you know.
Yeah,
I think it would have been funnier if it was in between the titty. And it wasn't even where like the uterus would have been, but you know what? It's fine.
yeah. Okay,
And so
okay.
Grandred is like, no blood, I'm afraid, not one drop. See, like I use all of my blood to keep you safe, to keep you asleep. You know,
Uh-huh.
because I am the weakest of you all. You know, it's like I love Baskar. Like I stay by his hand and blah blah blah. She's like, oh, I loved you, my only child, born of desires of a wretched man. It's like, yeah, I mean, it was kind of his fault at the same time. I mean, anyways, so she's like, oh, like a baby, like oh, he's a fucking abandonment and all this other shit. And she's like, she's fucking tweaking out, dude. She's fucking tweaking out. And now you can go to the next picture. She stabs my girl. She
God
stabs my girl.
damn.
How fucking dare you, bitch? How fucking
Straight
dare
through
you?
the
She didn't ask to be here. She didn't ask to be born.
This might be my favorite character in the book. I'm not gonna lie.
Grandred.
just because you listen to the song "Strike Through the Heart" doesn't mean you do it. Like,
She's the one
Who
tweaking
gives
out
love
over
a bad
here.
name, sister? Okay.
yeah.
She's the one. She's part of the reason why the world, like Granger's part of the reason why the world is the way fuck it is right now. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, don't worry. The Norrish are raging up the walls. You know, there's fucking lightning and shit all over the place. The tower starts like falling over to the side, and Briar and Granger are sliding off, and Briar's like holding on, and she's like, "Hold on to me." And so Granger's like, "I'm so sorry for fearing you so and not loving you enough." And Briar forgives her, and I'm just like, you know what? Do whatever you need for her for the conclusion. And so Granger just falls off the tower, and she fucking dies.
Oh.
And the thing explodes because everything fucking explodes apparently. So basically we see a group shot, you know, post fight with Grendrid, post death. But don't worry, Briar's still alive, besties. Briar's still alive.
There you go.
And so Spider's like, oh yeah, sorry about your mom. And Briar's like, sorry about your hand because you know her hand got cut off. And so basically they put her by a tree, by what's left of a tree. And Briar's like, oh yeah, I told her I forgave her. I think I was being a little nice. Yeah, maybe you were. Maybe you were, but that's okay. I still love you anyway. Anyways, so basically she's bleeding out, you know, by this tree and everything. But don't worry, it's not just Spider there by her side. Roop is also there because of course he's there. They are the trio. They are the fucking trio, okay? You know.
The Trinity. Yeah, there we go.
And so Roop is like, hey. So I got the confirmation that your blood wasn't cursed, okay? It's just Granger kind of just fucked it up for you. You know, she basically poisoned your blood. It's like a whole thing. And, you know, and that's what finally killed the world. It's because of her. Because she was a bitch. And so basically...
Not enough villains win. Okay?
Well, this is a fairy tale story. Leave me alone. Anyways, so Briar, like I said, bleeding out. She's like, oh, no cursed blood? That's nice. Because it seems like there's a lot coming out of me right now. That's what I say once a month.
Oh.
not this much of blood, but can you go to the next picture? I don't remember what fucking pictures I sent.
There you go.
Yeah, we can just leave it there. And so yeah, basically it says Briar Rose spent her blood that day, every last drop, and then it healed everything. So her blood healed the world, created a whole new world for the gang. You know.
Yep.
But that was basically her final gift before she fell back asleep. And so later, back in Thistlehaven or whatever the fuck it's called, you know, back to where the story started, you know, Spider brings a sleeping Briar in some nice new clothing, you know, new drip.
Yeah.
So basically leaves her there, gives her back the spindle
Well,
that she pricked her finger on.
what
And
was the last picture?
not yet.
Okay. Okay.
And you know, she's like, oh, like this belongs to you. Like, thank you for letting me steal it. I mean, now you can go to the last picture, I guess.
Oh.
And so basically, she can now rest in peace.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think she's dead, but she's definitely not awake.
She's
She's
sleeping.
She's sleeping. She's Sleeping Beauty for a reason.
Nice.
Okay, like she
Nice long.
definitely earned that.
So to bring her back to life, a random prince had to assault her.
No. A prince. Okay, Prince did pull up when she first fell asleep, but instead of kissing her, decided to marry her and ruined everything with the help of Richard, but not important. And then Spider was the one to wake her up back in Briar #1 all those fucking years ago, right?
Mhm.
And then, you know, and then now she's back to sleep. And you know what? She should be allowed to sleep. You know, she should be allowed, okay? I don't know what Spider plans on doing. I don't know if she's gonna go back to the Norrish with her brother or what. But you know what? She's free to do whatever she wants. You know, Roop is the king of hell. You know, he has a whole bunch of little ghouls and goblins. Bly is back. You know, Baskor gets to be free of Grendrid's bullshit too. You know, everyone pretty much gets a happy ending. Do I get a happy ending knowing my favorite comic is ended? Yes and no. Did I cry over this book like it was a family member who died that I was really close to? Yes, I did. I have no regrets, and you can't take this away from me. I cried a lot at 2 in the morning.
There you go.
There was a lot of feelings. Okay, there was a lot of feelings, and you can't take that away from me. I'm fine-ish now, but if I was in a mood and I reread this issue, I would probably start crying again. And also keep in mind, I survived 2.5 year long hiatuses for this.
Whoa, it's been that long. Wow.
Okay, I remember when the first issue dropped. Okay, I have every single fucking issue of this book. And when the trade paperback of Knight's Terror comes out, you bet your bitch ass I'm buying it. And if they decide to put all 12 issues into one trade paperback, you double bet your ass I'm buying it. Because this book means more to me than most people think it does, okay?
Gotcha.
Okay, you can't take this away from me, okay, audience? You cannot take this away from me.
You have to do it, okay? When books leave you sad and mad, you blame it on somebody.
I'm sad, but I
feel
like I'm in like a good space right now. Like I'm not mad with how the story ended, you know? I'm just sad that it's gone and that I don't have it. Like new stories coming out. And I'm just saying, if this gets turned into like a show or something, I would prefer it to be animated, but if it's live action, whatever. I know I'm not much of an actor. I'm freaking putting 10 toes down and auditioning for Roop, and you cannot tell me otherwise because the writer calls me Roop in real life, and you can't take that away from me, okay?
There you go.
I'm happy with the way this concluded, but I'm still sad it's gone.
Yeah,
this is an example of all good things must come to an end eventually, audience.
Yeah,
so
it was great. And now give me the trade paperback, please, because once I get a job, I'm buying the trade paperback for 2 other books that I want to get. One just got a trade, okay? One just got a trade, and it was look me in the eyes, okay? Like It was one of the books that I also talked about on this fucking channel. Okay, you cannot take this away from me. I am sad that this book is gone, but I'm happy that it ended the way it did. Okay? And you should go read this book too, because I said so. If you take anything away from any episode that we have done, is to read this fucking book, okay? Read it because I want to talk about it more, okay? I cannot be the only person in the world who's read this fucking book.
I might hate this writer with a passion on every other thing he ever wrote, but his own he does pretty well.
Look, I also read some of his Star Trek comics, and they were pretty good. And also, Namor Conquer Shores was pretty good, okay?
Gotcha.
But besides the point, I love this book more than anything, and I'm sad that it's over. But you know what?
Oh.
I could be mad, but I'm not mad.
Well, no, not all nights will end on a sad note, audience, but this will just be one of those exceptions. So, yeah. But anyway, that's it, audience. We reached the end. Speaking of finales,
Go get some sleeps.
Yeah. Get your nice long sleep like what we see in the picture right here, audience.
But
Hey,
first,
people are
watch
blind. Okay, go get some sleep. That's basically what we're trying to say. Go get some
but
sleep.
first go watch the Godzilla -1 trailer because
I'm not watching shit.
Jake already spoiled us, so we might as well go
Yeah.
see
I'm
what
gonna be watching later. I'm gonna
Yeah.
be watching My Little Pony: Friendship is Magic with my friends. Okay, and we're gonna watch the episode that William Shatner appears in. Apparently, he appears in it. I don't know.
Gotcha.
As long as you don't go to a convention, I'm fine with that hobby.
Gotcha. But anyway, audience, with that, we'll be seeing you all next time. See
See you later.
ya.